Hey guys, welcome back to the kitchen. Tonight I am cooking some nice comfort food. Lots of veggies, of course, but just doing something a little different. I did cook last night, but I didn't record it. I made some vegan mac and cheese and just, a quick little dinner for my husband because I had already eaten a late lunch. So tonight I'm making dinner for both of us. So I am making a baked potato, which I've already baked. But I'm going to show you what I'm doing with it because we're not doing just a plain baked potato. We're going to load it up with some stuff. And then I have my water boiling already. I'm going to put some broccoli on. There are my two baked potatoes, one for me and one for my honey. I got my oil here because I'm going to saute some onions and cook some green beans in that. Um, and these are my little broccoli here. It's raw, so I'm just going to boil it, just a little quick boil on it. I am not salting the water because everything that we're going to put on it to make this potato loaded, we don't need to add all that extra salt. So it'll get seasoned when we get ready to put it back in the oven. So it's a twice baked potato. I did put it in there. Now, when I bake my potatoes, I just wash them really, really good. And I wrap them in the foil real tight and put them in the oven. I don't put any oil or butter on my potatoes because, especially like with sweet potatoes, because they're so juicy. You'll see once I open it, but with regular potatoes, I do the same thing. I just, wash them really good. I may sprinkle a little coarse salt or sea salt on them, wrap them really tight, and just put them in the oven and let them bake, okay? So I'll open those up here in a minute. And what else I have, I'm doing a nice chicken style filet to go with it. So basically, we're going to have chicken and potatoes, a loaded baked potato, with some green beans. So here's my Gardein Ultimate Plant-Based Chicken Fillets. These are pretty nice size. I usually eat half of that. You'll see once I take them out. I'm going to put those in the air fryer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'll show you what they look like. And then get that in there while my water's boiling, getting ready to do a quick boil on my broccoli. Before we load it on that potato, we're going to do some green beans here. I'll cook those up nice and good, and then we'll bring this whole meal together, okay? All right. It's not the long haul tonight, but, when you're cooking, it do take time. So, all right, let me show you what these fillets look like. Let me get you in focus here. Okay, so Gardein. Gardein, everything Gardein is plant-based. I typically like these fillets every now and then. I started eating these during the height of the pandemic when it was hard to get into places like Chick-fil-A to get things. And I turned my husband on to these. And I was like, babe, you got to try these because, Chick-fil-A, you can't get in there. So why don't you try this? He loves them. So they're a nice size if you look. Oh my gosh, look how big they are. I usually cut this in half. But I am going to cook this whole tonight. I'm not doing all of that. In my portion, I'll just half and then I'll have the other half for lunch, okay? So that's what we're working with. They are pretty big. And I will tell you, if you are trying to transition from eating chicken and whatever else, this is a good substitute. Just like it looks like this, that's a good substitute for a Chick-fil-A sandwich if you're trying to leave Chick-fil-A alone, or if because the line is so busy you can't get in there and you want something that you can make at home really quick that tastes pretty close, Gardein, okay? All right, so let me get those in my air fryer. I'll put that one in there. The only thing is that they're so big. With that package there, it's a serving for 3 people. Really, if you cut them in half, it's a serving for 6. So if you're feeding kids, you can definitely half this up and feed 6 kids or a family of 6. Okay, but it's generally a serving for 3 people. So, all right, let's skip that commercial. Let's get these in the air fryer. My air fryer is already on. Okay, I'm gonna just do the basic setting for that. It says 22 minutes. They cook from frozen, so we'll see. It might just work out. And just in case you didn't notice, guess what I have? I have a new gadget. I have a new mic. Because I noticed that a lot of times when I put music on my video, it's hard to hear me. So hopefully I am loud and clear this evening, okay? So we will not be having those issues tonight, okay? All right, so let's get over here. Our water's starting to boil. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick boil. I don't want the broccoli soggy, but I don't want it too dried out either. I want it a little juicy so we can get this all put together. And I have not opened my potatoes. They are piping hot, okay? So we're going to let them continue to stay hot until we're ready to put this broccoli on there. So let's open up our broccoli. We're just going to drop it in there. I'm going to let this probably about 3 minutes just so it softens a little bit, because you know broccoli is really hard. And I'm gonna let it cool for a second, then cut it. I'm gonna leave them big now because you know I don't want to try to scoop out a whole bunch of little pieces of broccoli. There we go. All right. Now how do we know when that's done? Well, typically with broccoli, it'll give you that nice pretty light green, almost like lime color, when it's just about ready to start softening, and then you have that mushy thing going on. So we're just gonna watch it real close. I'm gonna put my little timer on for 3 minutes, okay? And really that's all I want. All right. So while we're doing that, let's turn the heat up here on our oil. I'm gonna chop up me some lovely onions, okay? I usually like doing these with red onions. I don't know, I've been on these red onions for a long time, but this one's just a regular white onion. The red onions, I told you in one of these previous videos, they do something to you. Like the red onions, like, come for you. They're so strong. I'm gonna bring you down here so you can see me cut up my beautiful onions. All right, put you in there. This is comfort food night. Yesterday I had me a nice big salad for lunch, and this morning I did really good. I've eaten nothing but greens all day. So I had me a green smoothie for breakfast. Like my first meal of the day was my green smoothie. And then my second meal, which was like my, you know, snack, like midday morning snack, I had some avocado toast. Because I get up so early. You know, just getting things in order around the house. That's like my second breakfast. So I try to do the first breakfast with liquid, and that depends on whatever smoothie I'm making. And then my second, I actually eat something. So I had me some nice avocado toast this morning. I did half and half. I told you about my Ezekiel bread, so I tend to get greedy with it. So I had 2 pieces today. So that filled me up pretty good. I did half with tomatoes and then the other half just plain with the avocado on there. It was really good. Okay. So now I'm going to use the same spoon here. Here are my beautiful onions. Okay. Get those nice and golden. They smell so good. I tell you about a good sauteed onion. They smell so good. Get y'all up here. All right, nice and focused here. Hopefully we can stay in focus. Perfect. Okay. So my green beans. Now, you've watched me make these before. However, I still like to put a little touch on them because you get green beans fresh out the bag. Sometimes they still have a little stem on them. These just happen to have that. I like to cut that off. I don't want to eat that, and I don't want to be chewing on it. So I'm going to do a little manicuring here while these onions are sauteing. There's our timer. All right. I just turned that broccoli off. It'll sit for just a second while I go through these green beans real quick. I'm not worried about it getting soggy because I did that on purpose. Trust me, they are nowhere near soggy. And then we're going to let that cool. We're going to cut that up and dress up those potatoes. This is going to be a really nice meal tonight, guys. Yep. So it's almost the weekend. Almost the weekend. Getting ready to do laundry. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's going to be good. That's what we do. All right, so I'm cutting. I'm gonna bring you down here a little bit so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So cut these little tails off. I call them little tails. I don't know, like, you know, they're string beans. So they have like the little things going on there. All these little stringies, little stems. Gotta cut them off. And then I'm gonna give these a quick rinse. I know they're washed and all that stuff, but you know, it doesn't hurt to give things like a nice little rinse. It's not like I'm cutting up raw stuff in here that, you know, is bleeding all over the place. Okay, so cut these up some. Make them all nice and pretty. One of these days I'll have a video and you'll be surprised. I'll have some of these in my yard. I've always wanted to grow my own beans. I just think they taste so good when they're fresh. They even have a little sweet taste to them, you know, and I love it. So I'll surprise you. One of these days you'll see. All right, give these onions one more stir. Oh my God, they smell so good. All right, turn them down just a little bit because I'm not quite ready for those just yet. All right, I think these green beans are just about manicured. So let me get my strainer and I'm gonna give these a quick rinse. Now we're gonna cause a problem over here with these onions because you know, water and oil. That's okay. That'll give them a nice little rinse and get them all good. And it'll help steam them up too, real quick. So. Get my beautiful strainer. Pop these babies in here. Now I did turn that heat down because let me tell you, I don't like getting popped with oil. And I remember those days back in the day when I was in the kitchen looking at my grandma cooking. And I was always being nosy, trying to figure out what's being cooked for dinner tonight. And I got popped several times. So I'm a little scarred from that. So I don't like getting popped with oil. So we're going to try to be careful with this, okay? Good little rinse. Nice cold water. We're going to shake these out a little bit so we can get some of that excess water off. It's still going to pop regardless. You know, that's just it. We just washed them, so that's to be expected. So here we go. Now I'm going to add these in a little bit at a time. And then I'll turn the heat back up. Oh, I know. See, that wasn't so bad. The last time I did this, pops everywhere, okay? All right, so let me get this out of the way, then I'll bring it back over here so you can see what I'm doing. And then we're gonna open up that beautiful potato. All right, look at this. There they are. Lovely, lovely. I'm gonna hit them with some garlic salt tonight. Okay, look at that. And some black pepper. Okay, so now we're done with our cutting. I'm gonna bring you back up here because we're doing everything here now. All right, so let me get my garlic salt. No particular brand. Hit it with a little bit of garlic salt. Just to sprinkle around. Some black pepper. Now, I'm going to give this a quick little stir. Turn the heat down. And then I'm going to put the lid on there and leave that alone. And just let it saute for a little bit. And then we're going to work on our broccoli and these lovely potatoes that are going to be baked 2 times, okay? Ooh-wee. Guys, I wish you could really smell this. Like, they're so beautiful. Look at that. So good. Okay. All right, so got that all together. Gonna put the lid on there. Now, you know, I'm always sampling, so at some point in time, I'm gonna steal me one of these little green beans out of here to make sure it doesn't need any extra love. It should be all right. That's just me being a little greedy, but that's okay. I sample everything while I'm cooking. But you know, when you get to be in the kitchen for a little bit, you know, you've been in the kitchen for a little bit and you've had some time, some years of cooking, you kind of know exactly how much seasoning you need. Isn't that weird? You know exactly what you need, so you don't always have to just sample, sample, sample. Sometimes I sample because I just want to taste stuff, or I'm cooking while I'm hungry, which tend to get me in trouble too. All right, so my little knife, oh, I do have it over there. I'm going to use that to chop open these beautiful potatoes here. But I think I'm going to bring you down some so you can actually watch me do this in progress. Let's move you here. Get a good view of these potatoes here. And you can watch me put them together. All right, there we go. Okay, they're hot for sure. Now I'm going to strain off this broccoli. Getting my facial here that I love so much. Now, I wanted to rough chop that broccoli, so I'm going to take my time with it. So it's really hot, but I'm going to give it just a little bit of a chop. Let me get my gloves so I don't burn up things here. Now these gloves are not heat proof, but hey, a little protection is better than none. So, got these ready. Oh my goodness, yes. I want some smoked paprika on this thing too. We're really gonna hook up this potato here. All right, so let's open it up. There's that potato, and I don't know if you can see the steam coming off of this, but this sucker is hot, okay? That's why I didn't want to open them before the broccoli was done, because I really want them to hold that heat, because that cheese is going to melt on top of here. Oh, have mercy, look at this. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Yes, they are definitely hot. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is give this a quick little garlic salt. Okay. Tuck that right down. I'm going to have to use a napkin. Oh, I got one here. All right. And I'm going to layer some cheese first. Remember, this is twice baked, okay? And for those that have never seen this cheese before, this is BioLife. This is a vegan cheese. And when you see it in action, you'll understand why it's being used this evening, okay? All right, so to that, see how my broccoli still has a little bit of crunch to it? Whatever does not make it on this potato, trust and believe, it's gonna get eaten, all right? I love broccoli. I'll just eat it by itself, so. All right. This is piping hot, so I'm being careful here. Ooh. Isn't that so pretty? Guys. I'm loading this up, okay? It's getting loaded. Goodness, that's so good. All right. Now, what I'm going to do to this, it's all over the place. I am going to put a little bit of seasoning on here. Okay. So, a little bit, and I do mean a little bit. This is a little bit of Badia. Not complete. Sprinkle that right across there. That's it for the seasoning. I'm going to do a little bit black pepper here, of course. All right. Now, guess what else is going on there? Some more cheese, please. We don't need that knife anymore. And I'm actually going to turn my oven on broil on low. Right across the top. These are so loaded. Oh my God, this might be my dinner and I'll skip everything else. And for presentation, okay? Because we want this to be a pretty potato when it comes out. We're gonna hit it with top with some smoked paprika, okay? And if you care about brand, this is McCormick. All right, and a little bit of black pepper. I smell my green beans, so I'm gonna turn those off. I don't like soggy green beans, like a little bit of crunch to them. All right, so guys, look at this. Ooh, this is going back in the oven, okay? Here we go. Ooh, wait till you see that when it's done. All right, so let's check on these green beans. Ooh, smell lovely. Bring you over so you can see them. Look how nice and pretty. Nice and pretty. So good. All right, they're practically done. But you know what I'm getting ready to do. Scoop one of these out. And I still have broccoli, okay? I still have some broccoli in there. So I am going to taste my green bean. It's good. All right, you know what? Let's see what's going on with our chicken fillet. Oh man, they're doing all right. I need to flip them. Let me grab me some tongs. They are so good. If you buy them, you'll understand. And you know, not feeling bad for Chick-fil-A, but you will leave them alone after eating this. Especially if you know, if you're just trying to cut the carbs and cut some fat out of your diet, or again, if you're transitioning from eating meat, that is a good substitute. And especially if you love Chick-fil-A, you miss it, and you're just trying to find ways to get around that craving. There you go. Remember what I said before. This is a lifestyle change for me. So just not eating meat in general. I still have cheese every now and then. You've seen that. But I'm pretty much the only thing I eat cheese in is my pasta, and that's every now and then. All of my pastas don't have cheese, but some of them do. The two that I've put up, but that's about it. It is truly a lifestyle change, and when you are trying to do those things or incorporate certain things into your life, somebody's already been on that walk. So that's why it's good to share information, because you never know. You might be helping someone with just decisioning on what to eat for today, or should I quit and give up? It's just about sharing. That's all. It's not hey, this is the best way to eat, or stop doing this and all this other stuff. You just have to get up and make a decision about your health, what works best for you. And not one diet works for everybody. But again, I just share. If it's something you're trying to cut out, cut it out. There's all kinds of information out there. I had someone make a comment on one of my videos saying, "You're vegan, you need to stick to veggies." I never said I was vegan. I never self-proclaimed and said that I am strictly vegan. I'm not there yet. And if I decide to, I still love honey in my tea. A lot of vegans don't eat honey. And that's their prerogative. They can do whatever they want to do. I still love honey, and I don't think I'll ever stop eating honey. So, it's just when you're making comments like that, you have to be careful, because you don't know where a person is dietary. You don't know what level they're at. So, I'm also transitioning. So everything won't be perfect with my meal. So it may be something like, oh, you like this, but you don't like that. And that's fine. Just shooting ideas. And again, this is sharing. So I'm going off my own personal experience. And those things have worked for me, especially from a dietary standpoint. Like I said, my weight loss journey, honey, I'll do the, like I said, we'll have time for story time and stuff like that, um, on why I do what I do. But I've come a long way and I'm still going. So the thing is, if you are transitioning, don't get discouraged and little comments and stuff like that. Listen, I'm a channel of positivity. For those that know me, know that I don't deal with negative stuff. And if I see anything negative, it will get deleted, and that person will be blocked. So, I'm here to share information, not for judgment. If you don't like something I'm cooking, then that's okay. We can agree to, you can disagree with me. That's fine. But again, it's all about sharing, and helping people who are transitioning and those that just want to know more information, because you may not want to do a whole vegan or vegetarian diet. You just may want to have a meatless Monday. I'm here for that. A meatless Wednesday. One day out the week, I want something veggie. I just don't have any ideas. That's exactly what I'm here for. Okay. Um, it's a wealth of knowledge out there. It's so much to share, and it's so many different people to reach on different levels. I'm transitioning myself, so I understand. Okay. So hey, that's all it is. Off the soapbox. Let's check on these potatoes. Let's see what's going on in there. Oh man. Mm-hmm. They're on their way. All right. I smell them too. They smell so good. They smell so good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give them time to do their thing. I see my chicken fillets are about to come up, and our plant-based chicken. And I'm going to go ahead and take those out, let them rest for a minute. And then by the time this is ready to go, I'll be ready to plate up some food. Okay? I'll be right back. All right, guys. I want you to see these yummy potatoes. Ooh, hold on. There they are. Look at that gooey goodness. Look at that. Gooey, gooey, gooey goodness. Now, if you're savvy and you want to try something, you can add your little sour cream to this. I do have some vegan sour cream. And I think that'll be yummy on here. I finished earlier than I thought my husband would be home, so I'll probably come back with a picture of the food plated. But I can't get off of here without sampling this, okay? I just want y'all to see something. Now, this is real hot. I'm not gonna kill myself, okay? Messing with y'all. But hold on. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Yummy goodness. I'm doing this off camera because it is hot. And if it's too hot, I don't want y'all laughing at me. Hold on. There it is. You know the food good when you ain't got nothing to say. This is that's so good. Y'all, come on now. Good. I'm gonna cut a piece of this fillet so you can see what it looks like. And like I said, I'll come back with a picture of the food plated, everything. But hold on. Hold please. Hold please. I just want to let you see this, okay? Now remember, I only eat after a certain time. It's getting close to that time. It's actually upon that time. So let me grab a little knife here. I want y'all to see this fillet. It is hot. I'll take the smallest one here because I know my husband's going to be hungry when he get home. I'm just gonna cut a piece so you can see what it looks like, because we're not doing too much knocking down eating this evening. I did eat a late lunch today on purpose because time. All right, so I'm gonna cut a little piece of this potato too. This is the kitty plate, but I just want you to see it, okay? This is my potato, so I can do what I want to do with it. Right? Yes. I'm sampling, you know. Like I said, it's close to my cutoff time to eat. So I just want to show you what a little piece of this looks like, because that's what we're doing. This will more than likely be my lunch tomorrow, because it's getting kind of late on my clock here. All right, so that, and I'm going to add a little bit of green beans on here too. Okay, I didn't forget about the green beans. No, we can't do that. Hold on. Get a couple of those here. This is the kitty plate. This is the kitty plate. All right, so let me show you what I got. The kitty plate. Okay, so there's that potato. And I leave the skin on mine, so you can see the skin there and all that yummy goodness. But that filet, see how that cuts up? Nice matchup if you're trying to replace Chick-fil-A and you want a plant-based diet. Here you go, Gardein. Okay, that's how it cuts. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put a little bit of everything on here. I'm going to try. So we can get one good bite. And then you'll get the pretty plate presentation a little bit later when I come back to finish this video. But this, look at that. A little green bean, a little bit of that Gardein, and of course that yummy loaded baked potato. I could slap myself this evening. This is so good. The Gardein, you don't need to add no seasoning to that. Just pop that baby in the oven, pop it in your air fryer. You don't need to put no seasoning on that. With a lot of my meals, I try to be salt sensitive, salt easy. For those that are salt sensitive, you don't need to add no seasoning to that Gardein. Eat it straight up, okay? That potato, you saw what we put on there. Not a whole lot. Those green beans, not a whole lot of business going on with that salt. Told you guys before, you don't have to oversalt your food for flavor. A lot of times, things that you add will take care of that flavor for you. Yep. Hey, the little kitty plate rocking tonight. I'll see y'all later. I'll come back with a picture of what the full plate looks like, but this is going to definitely be my lunch tomorrow. Like I said, time ticking on cutting off for the day. So I'll be back later with a full plate. Y'all have a good evening. I'll see you on the next video. And hopefully this mic is going to be our best friend, because I like having a little music in my background. We're not letting nothing get in the way of these videos. So the mic is on. We ready. We locked and loaded. We're getting there. Okay? Have a good evening. See you next time. All right, y'all. I told you I'd be back. I had to get some dinner ready for my husband. But I told you I was going to be back so I can plate this food for you. Yeah. I hadn't started winding down. Hold on. Let me get my little thing here together. If I put you down, that potato's still piping hot. Potato's still piping hot. Y'all get to see with my hair down. Oh, I had just literally started winding down for the evening. So, but let me show you what's going on with this plate here. As promised, I said I was going to be back. All right, so let's see what we got. Oh, this potato beautiful. So I'm going to have to actually work with this and scoop it up some, okay? Because This is a messy ordeal here. But it's so damn good. Hey, husband, we talk about your food.
Can you wash it off and use it?
Of course.
Huh?
You want to say hi?
Cool.
I'm filming.
Huh?
I'm filming.
Uh,
You see that? You'll see it one day. But then I tell you about the avocado. He won't eat dinner without it. He will not eat dinner without the avocado. Something else, ain't he? Anyway, all right, let's get this thing going. So we're gonna put these beautiful green beans on here. All right. Oh yes. A few of y'all know my husband. He all right guy. He really is. Okay, so all right, now that we got that, let's grab his avocado. You heard him request. I told you. Let me see. Do I want one that's cut? I have one that I had from this morning for that avocado toast. I knew he was gonna ask for it. Gotta love it. Tell you. All right, let's bring y'all a little bit over this way so you can see this plate. You can already kind of see it. I know you're a little bit out of focus, but it's all good. So his plate gonna be extra pretty. I'll put some avocado with mine tomorrow for lunch, then we'll be all right. This plate is beautiful, guys. And I'm not saying just because I made it, it's greens on there. It's beautiful. All right, now my husband don't like his avocado without a little bit of salt, so we're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of that on there for him. I'm covering up my potato for tomorrow. All right, let's get that. Give him a little bit of sea salt. All right. Now for that presentation. Guys, where do you see this? Look at this. Oh. If y'all see this plate, have mercy. Look at this. Oh. Look at the detail on that potato. Isn't that beautiful? Hey, that came from my kitchen. All right, playing around with my husband's food. Let me go ahead and feed my husband. Let me see what he wants to drink with his dinner tonight. But there it is. I told you as promised. Hey, that's it. Beautiful. Look at that. You know you want some. All right. No fooling around now. I'm getting ready to wrap this up and going on to bed. It's already after 8 o'clock. All right. See y'all on the next video.